Good morning. Well, we have rolled our way around to Jeff's Cup again. Yeah, and I did come back to the model table yesterday. And we did look in our book. And we did find some pictures. Yeah, at least we got an idea now of what these things really look like. So why don't we just sort of roll back here and take a look and see what these things that we're looking for actually look like. I don't think they're going to fall off of there. That double-sided tape, it sticks really, really well. I'm just wondering if I should maybe go and find all the small parts that we're going to be gluing down on the deck and just label them the way I'm doing here, like G23 and so on. And I don't think we get them mixed up. And that way I can spray them all at once, because the total area of all these small parts is just minuscule compared to, say, doing the side of the ship or the hull, or you know what I mean. So it won't take very long to spray 200 or more pieces than it will to spray the hull. In fact, it'd probably take less time. It'd be a lot easier. Well, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. Anyway, let's just sort of roll back and see how things what we found here. And I'm having a hard time getting going here this morning. Well, what do we got here? 14 and a half minutes. My neighbor's going to be here for coffee. So this worked out. And this is the end of them. All 60 are done now. Well, they're not really done, are they? They got to be stuck onto the double-sided tape there. And then I do want to try the extra thin thing on the top, so I think that's going to work pretty good. I'm just going to sort of paint it on just very, very lightly. Also, I realized that at the end of yesterday's episode, after I did my sort of a rant, I realized I hadn't shown any pictures of the vents that I'd found. So we got to do that today for sure. Well, by today I mean this episode. Okay, just let me clean up here and recompose, and well, I guess I got to get ready for my neighbor to come over for coffee, and we'll probably see you later this evening. Okay, we have 60 of these G23s. So far I haven't lost any. So we have 3 blocks, so that'd be 20 per block, right? So if we put 5 one way and by 4 the other way, should work out. Okay, you get the idea. And the last one. Okay, let's try our extra thin trick. We'll put the macro lens on for that. Well, it sounds like the kids are having a good time with their basketball out there. It's a beautiful evening out right now. Well, that one went good. Okay, I think that will get rid of a lot of the real fine scratches. But to be really honest with you, I don't think that it's going to improve on it like this last 8 here. I don't think it's going to make a whole lot of difference. So I don't know if I'm going to be bothered to do it or not, because it is going to be saturated, you might say, with paint. So especially the way I paint. Okay, I've overexposed this scene here to try and bring out the deck. Otherwise it's actually quite dark. But we're looking straight down. And yeah, there is a lot of these mushroom vents, but is there really that many? One of the viewers, I think it's something like Out of the Box Models or something like that, he was mentioning that putting these mushroom vents on was the most tedious part of his Nelson build. And I can believe it. I mean, we're still nipping off mushroom vents here. Anyway, let me just take a minute here and page through and try and find a good drawing of what these things look like. I know I did see one earlier. Now, I remember from our manual that I did see that we were going to have to place a lot of these around the breakwater. So like here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then there's probably some on the other side that we can't see. So that'd be like, at least 20 just around this one gun. But there's actually better drawings. Okay, I don't want to waste a lot of time here looking at drawings. I want to actually look in the computer and see if we can find actual photographs. And anyway, this is probably the best drawing. In fact, it talks about the mushroom air vent. And yeah, so that's probably a pretty good idea of what they look like. Okay, one more drawing, but just to give an idea how closely they were clumped together. I mean, you'd have to watch where you were walking on the deck. Well, I've spent quite a few minutes here going through all those photos from the Imperial War Museum, and well, I guess I didn't go through them all, but I stopped looking after about the first 100 or so. And they wouldn't come up very quickly on the computer, so it took a bit of doing. I did find 3, however, but most of the photos were, of the ship at a distance and that kind of thing. Anyway, that's what they look like. That's what the real mushroom vents look like. So yeah, we'll see you in the morning. Okay, it is morning. And we have our 60 G23s. We may not need them all, I was thinking afterwards it's possible that because these sprues are designed to accommodate both the Nelson kit and the Rodney kit here, that it's possible that the Nelson takes more 23s than the Rodney does. But we'll see. It doesn't hurt to do them all. Now for the J5s, it looks like we need a total of 5 to do the bow part of the Rodney. Now, being as there are only these two here are the J5s, and there's a total of 6 of them altogether, because there are 3 J sprues. So I'm going to just do all 6 of them, because there's a chance that maybe on the stern section we're going to need another one. So and on the other hand, maybe there is only 5. They're considerably larger than any of the others. Okay, let's just continue on here. Okay, I stand corrected here. There are 9 J5s. This one appears also a J5. I didn't realize it was a 5 until I was looking at it, and I was thinking it's almost the same as the other 2. What number is it anyway? I don't know why they did it that way. Like, why couldn't they have had them all together? But it doesn't matter. Okay, now these ones are a lot different in that the way the sprue is attached, it's not on the top. So in other words, we don't need to worry about trying to get the top of the part smooth. It already is. I just have to be careful that when I'm nipping off this sprue here, that I don't flat side keep it in round, if you know what I mean. Also, you notice the way they're going to plug into the deck. They're going to plug into, or they're going to sit on top of pegs instead of going down into holes. Earlier this morning, one of my neighbors came by and he had his all-wheel drive lawnmower with him. And I knew those things existed, but I'd never seen one up close. For instance, way back in the 60s, we had a self-propelled lawnmower, but it wasn't all-wheel drive, it was just two-wheel drive. Well, being sort of a gadget guy, I had to take a look at this thing. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty neat lawnmower, if you're into lawnmowers. But when I was in the back there, I noticed that I still hadn't done anything with my old ladder. And then there was a piece of lattice work that Mary had used at the front of the house about 30 years ago for some sort of a growing ivy thing. And it was a bit of an eyesore. So I thought I'd better do something about that. And I did. Once I get out there and start doing something like that, I rather enjoy it. But thinking about doing it and getting out and doing it is two different things. Anyway, it's done now, at least for this year. Now, it took a while to get the ladder cut up and into the garbage. And it kind of really took me back when I was cutting it up, because I could remember when I put that ladder together. Anyway, I think we pretty much got it here. Now, okay, I think that's going to be it for today, folks. So thanks for watching. All being well, we'll see you tomorrow.